such as WordPress. Very easy to use, very easy to implement, very easy for you to go out and create accounts for potential bloggers in your area. And again, this content isn't just about getting onto the site. Once they're generating this content in the blog, that's also could potentially be great for your visitor guide next year or pointing back to Facebook or social media.
One example before we move on the blogging, one of our clients, South Carolina, they utilize bloggers that are experts for a lot of their destination drivers, family travel, golf, culinary, whatever, and then we actually utilize those same bloggers in the visitor guide to write articles in those subject areas, and so it instantly made that connection for the consumers.
So another good example is not just using your blog or your website as a content distribution portal, but also reaching out to people and using it as giving them a way to create content for you. And the Oregon Coast does a great job of that, and it's just this simple. It's about having a page with stories and a little button on there that just says share it. It goes to a simple form that allows their consumers to share their story and eventually getting written up on the site. Again, generating that user-generated content that could then be reused again in our visitor guide and other mediums. But people want to share their vacation stories. They want to tell their stories, and sometimes it's just as simple as poking out there and saying share it, telling them you're asking for it. So it's a real simple thing you could be doing today to continue that. So how many are active on Twitter and Facebook? Let's see, everybody. All right, so how many of you are posting content to Facebook and then optimizing it and getting it over to Twitter or other sources? Good. A few. It's good to hear. So I think that's key. Again, going back to our content hub and looking at our social media content. There's great content being posted, great content being generated, but we've got to make sure that what we're using is optimized for that channel. So just a couple basic things, and we'll get into a couple of other best practices. So just key benefits of social media. I think we're all familiar with most of those, but one thing I don't know how many people are doing is using social media as a tool to create content for your other channels. People posting stories, people posting comments on pictures, your partners putting their events and their attractions within your Facebook page or on your Twitter page. That's great content if you think about it, that if you tag that, store it, bring it back, that you can reuse in many other mediums in your marketing efforts.
That's the WordPress blog, right?
Yes. Yeah. I think I know most of them. There's so many, it's hard to keep up. So, quick best practice here on fan generation. I think anybody who here has a significant email list at some point has used some kind of a sweepstakes or promotion to help generate those lists.